Yo, what up guys, PHON-ER Gold, and today I want to talk about the iPhone 13. I don't have my setup like I normally do with my head-to-head thing because I've been doing some stand-up comedy on the side. That's kind of like my new channel. Anyways, so I just kind of wanted to talk about the iPhone 13 in this podcast that it's out already for like a few months now. And there's a news that just came out that I heard about this. It was rumors, but I wasn't sure. There was nothing like concrete about it, so I didn't want to kind of like spill the beans yet. But it just came out and said that the iPhone 13, the screen is pre-programmed. This is actually from Fixit, F-I-X-I-T, Fixit, which is a really big giant in the cell phone game. And they kind of do all their research, and they have a forum where people can actually find out why something is going on and what's wrong with something and why it's wrong and how to fix it, etc. And they also sell like really quality Apple parts like MacBook stuff, memories, you name it, RAM. Also like iPhone screens, etc. They're a little pricey and batteries, but they do like a really good job in making sure that everything's quality, right? So yeah. So these people came out and they did their own research. They got iPhone 13. They disassembled it, put on a new screen. And guess what? The new iPhone 13 screen, if you get it repaired anywhere else besides Apple or Apple authorized, which means the same, they have the same software, same hardware, your Face ID is not going to work. So if you ever break your iPhone 13, and most of you guys that are watching this will probably have a 13 because I know you guys do an update every year like I used to do, and I just kind of thought it was just like it didn't make sense because I like to have a phone that I can fix and have fun with, not a phone that I can literally I will be restricted to only doing so much, you know. That just kills the whole fun and the joy. And I'm all about right to repair, DIY, do it yourself. So yeah, so I'm with the 11 Pro still. Didn't go to 12 because 12 has restrictions on the camera. If you have a broken camera on the 12, you can put a different one. It will say camera. It will lack a few options, functions. It will not work unless Apple gives you the permission. Yeah, so 11 Pro is the last one that everything works besides the battery. The battery on all the phones be after iPhone X, the XS, and going up. 11 Pro, 11, 12, 13. The batteries are all serialized now too as well. So if you change your battery on your iPhone XS, 11 Pro, XS, XR, actually the XR, yeah, the XR as well, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I believe XR is actually with XS, but I may be wrong. I think no, it's not actually. No, never mind. XR is good, but 11 and up is bad. Also XS Max and XS. So the batteries, if you change them, you will not see the battery status, so you will have no idea what your battery max capacity is. Like it shows in the settings, instead it'll just say important message: this battery is not genuine. Even though I put a genuine Apple battery in my iPhone 11 Pro 2 months ago in September because it was 2 years old, and it said Apple genuine battery not detected, which is a total horseshit because it was an Apple battery. The reason why I know because I got it from a guy that works for Apple, so I know it's an Apple. Like he couldn't find it from somewhere else. Yeah, and it has Apple everything on it, and I know how to check stuff. Yeah, guys. So the iPhone 13 is pretty much going to be a bitch if you break the screen. So if you have the iPhone 13, make sure you have insurance on it through your carrier or through Apple, the Apple Care Plus. Either one works. One of them is just good because if you lose the phone, you're good too. Yeah, guys. So if you ever like break your phone, you are going to be screwed unless you don't care about the Face ID, which many people do. But the way I see it, also that's kind of a good. This is kind of a good time to actually also talk about that as well. Like the iPhone X's, now that they're older, like they're like 4 years old, officially because they came out on the I believe the 4th or the 8th of November of 2017. Sorry. 2027. I thought I was literally from the future for a second. Like a lot of people I'm noticing left and right, they don't really care about the Face ID anymore as they used to be. Like they really kind of like either they have it turned off or because the phone is old, they don't care. And even on the newer phones, like when people come to me with a phone that has been either damaged from water or just from a very hard fall, the Face ID usually doesn't work because the sensor is right behind the selfie cam, and on the 13 is literally on the freaking phone. So like you gotta like literally take that off with the micro soldering station, which I do have that. So for me, it's not gonna be a big challenge. I didn't want to come off and say, hey, I really don't really care, but it's not really going to be something that I'm going to worry about much. But at the same time, I am going to have to, spend more time fixing that phone. So in any way or form, it's not going to be practical for me to fix an iPhone 13 unless I charge a lot of money, because micro soldering means I'm taking a risk. Something can go wrong easily. That can then destroy the phone itself or the screen, the new screen. The old screen is already damaged, sure. The new screen can also be damaged because you gotta transfer the little chip from one to the other. Which is most likely a I have not even checked that. It's most likely either a what is that called? R chip. Damn it, my brain's not working. It's an internal component, but it's I was thinking that it's either a resistor or it's most likely a small sensor. Actually, I don't know why I'm saying a resistor. It's probably a sensor that is just I actually have no idea. I'm just literally just spitballing here. But yeah, so it's not going to be hard if you know how to do micro soldering really well. But I digress. Let's go back to the first point. Many people are really they really don't give a shit, to be honest, about the phone having a Face ID, because a lot of them, they don't even want their face to be scanned, especially with this whole new COVID thing. They're like, we don't want our face to be scanned because we don't know why they're scanning our face for. And especially with the masks on, they're like, half the time they have to put the password anyways, unless you scan your face with the mask on, which many people are not because they're too lazy. I don't blame them. I'm one of them. So bottom line is, people are not going to be happy that really care about their Face ID, and many shops are going to lose customers because they're going to go to Apple instead, unless they really know how big the amount is, like $329 to fix the screen as opposed to $120 to fix the screen, which is times 3 or less, around there. So many people might not care and just go to the shops anyways, but then you never know what's going to be in the Apple 14. You know what I mean? My point is that this is the beginning of Apple monopolizing everything, just like they're trying to control everything, what we can do or what we can't do with the mask, with everything else. Like, I don't want to go in that rabbit hole, but everything is becoming more like a totalitarian. Like, everything is like, you must do what we say, and we will monopolize the F out of you, and you will enjoy it. And that's what it's kind of like. Even the corporations are telling us that, like, we no longer have freedom over our own stuff that we pay for. Like, we pay for the iPhone, right? Or anything, Tesla. We have no power of fixing that ourselves. We have to go to the company. That's the reason why even Biden even passed that, saying people should have the right to, he gave the decree by executive order. He said people should have the right to fix their stuff if they pay for it, if it's theirs. And no one is really caring much. But I think legislature is going to pass in the future where Apple will have to conform and they will have to abide by the rules. But for now, they already have the 13 out, so it's the cat is already out of the hat. So we're not going to be able to do much about it, and because it is more on the hardware side and not on the software, unless they have a software that they can put out, which they never will, because then they'll lose money. Because the whole point is to make money by taking your hard-earned money and just spending $1 on it and charging you like $300 for a screen. Yeah, that little programming part, Anyways, guys, so I think the shops are going to take a hit on this, unless the phone gets older. Then it's not gonna matter. But the one company that is going to take the biggest hit is going to be Apple itself, because the whole reason why people actually buy Apple is because you can actually go to the shops, many shops around there, to the mall, and get it fixed and pay fraction of the cost. But now that Apple wants to go the hard way and monopolize the shit out of their customers by literally blocking everyone out and saying you have to come to me and me only, they're going to lose a lot of customers. Customers are going to keep their old phones. They're not going to do upgrades because they're going to have that fear, that PTSD from their old phone. Like, hey, do you remember how much money it had to cost us to get this fixed, etc. This. And they're going to stay with their old phone, or they're going to go to Samsung and say, screw you, Apple, we're done, I can totally see that happening. Just like when Apple went with the iPhone X, they made the price $1,000, then everyone else went to Samsung saying, we're done with you. Yeah. So that's going to definitely happen. I personally know that whatever happens, China and the smart people in Japan and many countries, Vietnam, you name it, a lot of the cool techie countries, there's so many of them, even Germany, they're going to figure it out. But as far as that Face ID goes, I don't think that's going to happen, because like the home button on the iPhone 7 per se or the iPhone 8, we cannot program that because it's hard coded to the board. So if your home button goes out on your iPhone SE 2020, the home button cannot be replaced. And if it is replaced, you will not have any Touch ID, which is the same as the Face ID on the iPhone X and above. That's one thing that we probably cannot do unless there's someone that knows someone that has an Apple authorized license. I could have got one, but I didn't. The reason why, because if I do get the license, then I have to share all my profits with Apple, and they have to kind of conform and obey whatever rules they give me, which I do not have any plans of doing so, because I am a tech rebel. I just like to do things myself, my way, and I'm not going on their highway because it is my way. So yeah, guys, that's about it in this video. I just wanted to kind of talk about that. I haven't been making any videos on PHON-ER. I've been making actually a lot of videos. I just haven't uploaded any of them yet because I'm busy making my podcast for my other thing that is more about what's happening in the world. It's more kind of I kind of prioritize that, and I'm putting this, even though this is supposed to be more prioritized because it's my business, I'm putting less energy into it, but I'm going to start making more videos on this. I already have actually made a lot of videos on this. I just have to edit them and upload them for you guys to see and enjoy. Yeah, guys, then that's about it. Thank you for the watch. Thank you for the love. And I will see you on the next one. And that's love. Much love. Thank you. Bye.